The hand is telling me that it's time for questions. So we'd like to open it up to questions now, but please remember, you can't ask specifically about a ruling that the judge has made. You can't specifically ask about a ruling that you want to know how they rule, and you can't ask for legal advice. And with that, we're open.
Yeah, there are a lot of lawyers in here that can give you the legal advice.
Any questions?
Okay, I have a question.
Thank you.
To get this rolling. I'm really curious because this race is unusual in that we have a woman running, and Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg made a comment a few weeks ago about how we don't have enough women on the bench in this country to provide a female perspective. But we also have someone who's African American running, and so much of our judicial system sees African Americans going through that system. And then we have a white male who is the face of the judiciary in this country. So what are your thoughts on race and gender and how they affect being a judge? Does it make a difference?
I can answer that, Christina. You know, and I think this is one of the problems. Crime does not discriminate, nor should the law discriminate, in the sense that as a judge, it doesn't matter if you're African American or white or purple or green. I mean, it just doesn't matter. The law is the law is the law, and if somebody breaks that law, they should be treated in the same manner. So even if looking at a bench, I mean, your thoughts are well taken, because I've heard that in the news as well. I don't think it's so much of who is sitting on the bench, as long as that person is fair and is neutral and can follow the law and make sure it's implemented fairly regardless of who is in the system. In my own family, I have a pretty multicultural family. I have African Americans in my family as well, and I know if you just look at my family, I don't look at them and their multicolors differently. I don't love them differently. So the court system needs to be the exact same way, in the sense of, here is the law, here is the penalties under the law, and if you break those laws, you'll be treated the same. So there's my comments.
Permission to stand. Thank you. Just very, very, very briefly. In the state of Indiana, the Superior Court, there are approximately 212 judges. And of that number, 46 are female and 9 are African American. Just wanted to point that out to you. The question you're asking, we need to be real about it. What I mean by that is, I was involved in a child abuse neglect case. And this particular case manager thought that this African-American mother believed in some sort of sect, as far as devil worship or something close to it, something like that. And judge asked, well, where did you get that idea? And the case manager, who was Caucasian, and people African American she was talking about, she said, well, they're always talking about he's just full of evil. He's just full of the devil. We got to do something to get that out of him. I stand up. I said, Judge, are you serious? Now, when I was growing up, the older folks, when the kid would act up, he just got the devil in him. It's just the evilest child that you can get. So my point, just on that small little point, it was something in which it was common to me, but it wasn't to this case manager. There's not a right or wrong on this, is what I'm trying to say. So there may be times where a person, because of their gender or their background or whatever, may be able to pick up on some nuances that may help clarify situations. not to use it as a hammer on anybody or anything, but I think that, but that's my way of addressing it. Thanks for not waiting.
Yeah, that's right, no time clocks as long as we don't abuse privilege. We don't discriminate against people because of their color or their sex or their religion, and I don't think we should elect people on that same basis. Obviously, I say that because I'm the white guy. I mean, white male, growing up in the era that I grew up, I've been discriminated by these folks my whole life. They had first shot at law school, they had first shot at jobs, they had first shot at everything. I mean, that's the reality of that. It's not right to do it either way. And you look at the person, what they've done, where they are, what they believe in, and we can learn those things about people. I mean, that's part of the job of being a judge, is to be able to understand people. So that's my take on that question.
Thank you.